Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle, and we're having coffee. This is my beautiful Brave Heart mug. Sometimes life calls for us to have a brave heart. Circumstances that we've created or that we are in the middle of, seemingly without our creative abilities contributing, which is never true. We are always creating this life we step into, whatever that looks like. So I just want to thank you all for your positive encouragement and support on the last video. Still doing a lot of growing, working, understanding, figuring out the very next step in life and then the one after that. That is all that we really have. That's all we have energy for if we truly want to live in our greatest power at any given time. So I haven't looked at any of the cards yet today. We're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to read the Breath of Life card first. One of the most powerful gifts of conscious breathing is that it offers space for one to turn around in, to loosen tightly held belief, to view something a little differently, to create a gentle wedge between one and that which cements one in. My little guy is here helping with the reading this morning. Okay, go lay down, buddy. So our conscious breath helps us release some of the things that are holding us tight, and that truly is the truth about breathing and allowing breath to help us through these times of difficulty and times of expansion, which can be very difficult. And the breath does help us to expand. Visualize that 3-petal lotus centered in your heart, pulling your breath to the right petal. Here, I forgive it. Then pull your breath to the left, hearing, I release it. Last, pull your breath up from the center, hearing, I return it to the light as you exhale it out. So, another way to visualize and use that breath and that lotus flower within our heart. So, pull it to the right, hearing, I forgive it. I forgive me. Then pull your breath left, hearing, I release it. And pull your breath up from the center, hearing, I return it to the light as you exhale it out. So a very powerful little practice for some self-work, some self-healing, some ability to bring ourselves down from maybe all the angst and turmoil we can get into. The Flower of Life card that came up this morning is sacred. Life is sacred, sacred in the way that it is the animator of your soul. Life is your body. It is a manifestation of you. If you can create your body, there's no end to what you can create. I was listening to Deepak Chopra yesterday, and he was talking about the fact that the body really is an illusion in that it is nothing like it was when we were infants, when we were children, teens, young women, young men, midlife, a month ago. Our cells totally regenerate every 30 days. So to hold too tightly to what this body is, rather than allowing our breath to uncreate some of the things that we've created into it, beliefs, and to get too serious about this vehicle we came in with. That is a very empowering thought, that as it is a constantly changing thing, it is something we can create and recreate. So if things in your body are not the creation that you are enjoying, wanting, and feeling empowered by, consider how your beliefs, thoughts, and actions are creating that. Ask for the guidance there. If you can create your body, there's no end to what you can create. Your life is yours to do what you will with. You can make it whatever you want. All dreams and possibilities are open to you. Be who you are, love who you are, move forward, be courageous. As you inspire yourself, you will inspire others. Today, breathe in the breath of life. Be present in each moment. You are free to be who you are. Feel into the essence of you, the larger part of you, the divine, the grace that you are. Sense this eternal, ever-expanding wonderment of you, and know a knowingness of your truth, bliss, and joy. So a very empowering card there to be in our sacred creative selves. First in the body, and then in the world and in our life. So my tendency and my recommendation is to, I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready. What does this look like? Especially if you're going, what does that even mean? You know, I can about guess many of us have looked at our bodies more than once and gone, ew, that's not what we see as it's supposed to be. It's not the sexiest, the prettiest, the strongest, the healthiest. It's none of these things that we've been told it's supposed to be. So maybe reframe it. I'm going to move this up just a bit so that it becomes more of what you want and less of what you don't want. And that starts in the mind. I also, listening to Deepak yesterday, listened to the woman he was talking to, a monk, say, you know, thoughts are vehicles. We can choose to get on or we can choose to get off. For someone like me, that was interesting, revelatory. Good morning, Jeannie. Also insightful, because I'm the type of person that thinks, and can just get very caught up in that, and not always, you know, with those wonderful uplifting thoughts. So I can choose not to take that vehicle, and I can choose to let it pass by me and get on one that I would rather be on, that is more supportive of where I want to be. Everything is a choice. If you are trapped in a cycle of belief that is creating a life that you're not comfortable with, pay attention to the vehicles you're hopping on. You know, nobody likes what I'm doing. I'm worthless. I don't have anything to offer the world. I am powerless in all of this. Let them pass by. Ask for the vehicle of, you know, I'm powerful in my life. I create everything that comes to me. So let me see what I'm creating. Jump on that one. Jump on a more empowered vehicle of thought if you're not happy with the way things are going in your life. The next card that comes up, the autumnal equinox, could not be more perfect. Release. This is a great time to release what does not empower you in life, what does not serve you, what you don't want to be having as your truth on a regular basis. Release powerlessness, release victimhood, release the angst and disenchantment you have with the way things are going in your life. It is the opportunity now to choose differently. Choose different thoughts. Again, ask to be made aware. What am I creating with my thoughts? If all you think of is what you don't have, what you can't do, how mean people are to you, what a horrible world we live in. If you want to focus on the dissension, all of that, that's going to be flowing to you and through you all the time. Cut those cords. I mean, literally see those thought patterns cut. Ask for a new vehicle of thought to move in front of you because you want to hop on that one instead. Know that what you create is within your power to change. And so if you don't like the way things are going, you are the only one that can change that. We are all connected. I have had more people ask me or comment on this fatigue that we're all feeling. And it is twofold. Well, probably more than that, but from my perspective, it's twofold. One, it's that collective energy. There's fear, there's angst, there's dissension, there's divisiveness, there's name calling, there's persecution. All of that is going on. And we cannot help but feel that because we are connected to everyone. Then there's that ascension energy coming in right now so quickly. And those of us who came here to serve in a big way, or in any way, are feeling that ascension energy come in quickly. And it is shifting our physical. It is affecting our physical regularly. And so we are more tired. It doesn't matter that we may have gotten plenty of sleep, felt that we were rested when we woke up. I've had the occurrence about 10:30 every morning or 1 in the afternoon. I just want to go to sleep. I want to take a nap. And I can, which has never been. I have never been a napper. The only time I napped well was when I was pregnant. And so that is something that's coming in. So just know that this is not just you, and it is the way of the world right now. And for the people who are waking up to more of their power and more of their possibilities, we are feeling great fatigue, and as well as confusion about what we want to have happen, what we've been told is happening in this world, and what we're seeing. Again, we are birthing this new way of living, of allowing others their truth and living in our truth and letting them all be okay. But we're in that third stage of birth, which is very, very difficult, very painful, and we want out of it. We are in it for a while longer, and things are probably going to get more difficult and more painful. It is us who can hold the light. It is us who can shed that light and be the light. One little candle illuminates the darkness. Light is so much more powerful than dark. So know that you being the light, in any way you can be the light, is huge. So the next, a lot of envy going on in the world right now. Certainly my truth has been, always envying someone else for what they had or who they were or how they looked. I will shove it aside, but, in this humanness that we live, there is envy. And we envy what we think other people have within them. And especially these days when we look on all this social media and everybody appears to be living these perfect lives and life is wonderful and the truth is it's as difficult for them as it is for us. Again, it's dangerous to compare our insides to someone else's outsides. They're not showing what's really going on in their life. I don't show what really goes on in my life. It is a dangerous thing to be envious because it's a lie. We have everything within us to create what we want in life. If we own that power, we become far more effective in creating what we want on a more regular basis. Good morning, Danielle and Zella. Thank you. And Jeannie, everybody for joining me this morning. So look at what it is you think you have to have in your life that you don't have, that someone else has. And know that the envy is a dangerous, power-killing thought or pattern of thought or emotion to live in. It destroys who you are and your ability to create more and more, because it comes from a place of lack. It comes from a place of depletion. And so if you, are experiencing the envy of others in their lives, then ask your higher power to cut those cords and heal those attachment sites on you. Call all your energy back to you and send anyone else's energy that you created that envy cord with. Send them all their energy. Good morning, Mandy. Good morning, Charms. Know that it is time to let go of these disempowering patterns of thought, these disempowering emotions. And know they come up to teach us something on a regular basis. And know that the truth is we are creating it all. So if we are not happy with what we've got, we want to shift our focus. Elise says, love is truth and it is within. This can feel uncomfortable, even feel like a death. Change is possible. We are love. Yes, Elise, that is true. And she knows something I'm working on right now. Loving myself completely. That was a message I was given very, very graphically and physically the other mornings, Monday morning after my reading. And I don't know how to do that. I don't know what that even looks like. And that's where I've been since then, going, all right, I'm open, willing, and ready. Guide me, heal this heart pain that I've got. I don't know how to do this. And so I'm giving it up to my higher self and allowing that to be in charge here in this transformation. I don't have the ability up here to bring to me the things that I need, but I do have the ability to be open, willing, and ready for my guides, my companions, my angels to guide me in this and allow the imperfection that we are in this human body to be accepted as what it is. It is human. We are human. We make mistakes, and we are never going to be perfect. And yet we are perfect. We are perfect for what we came here to learn. And sometimes that's only brought about through the imperfection of our humanness and our actions. So, next card from the beautiful apparition deck. I couldn't remember the name of it. And it is the Chariot. It is a beautiful card of moving forward and, really turning on the power that we've got in creation and moving forward in a higher way, being more from that spirit aspect and really charging forward with our shifting, with our transformation, and allowing our truths to come through to us in a way that is new, and accepting all about who we are, the good, the bad, the ugly, and allowing them to all be okay. That doesn't mean that we step into the creation of ugly and go, well, I'm hateful, and sometimes I'm hateful, and it's okay. When we are hateful, it is a signal to us to look at the pain that created that, so we can then understand where it came from and let it go and own more of our power to create more of what we want. The next card is the healer of the ages, who is Jesus Christ. The Christ consciousness that is so vital right now is really beginning to expand, but here is the truth. It came up in reverse. And what this tells me is that we are not living in our Christ consciousness as much as we can, as much as we would like to, and as much as we have the power to do. Christ was, all love and all teaching us how to live more effectively in our truth. Good morning, Vishnu. And allow that truth to be expanding with love and less of our human frailties and shortfalls. We're never going to be all of that in this life, but we want to be bringing more of that in than we are now. The acceptance of all of who we are. Like I said, I got the message that I want. It would be best for me to learn how to love myself completely and let someone else love me completely, and learn to love someone else completely. Some of those are easier for me. I don't know how to love myself completely. I don't know how to let someone else love me completely. My truth is that I've hidden a lot throughout my life of who I am because lots of reasons. Who I am was shameful. And so letting go of those things with a certain amount of protection. We don't want to open ourselves completely to someone who's going to totally, stab us in the back, totally devastate us. That's not what this means. Someone who would love us completely would never do that. And so knowing that we will have the intuition and the understanding of who we can open to, as well as how we can learn to love someone else completely, even with their frailties. That is much more possible when we are loving ourselves completely. So I believe, and have been working on the last couple days, what that looks like, how to love myself completely. It's a very concrete thing. The signal that I got to learn this, that this is what I needed to work on right now, was so concretely physical that one of my mentors said, you need to do very concretely things to love you, to pamper you, to care for you, to take care of you. And so that's what I've been working on while giving it up, working with Sophia, the mother energy, the ascended master, who is available to us all, because the mother love is the one right now that I believe we could all use more of in our life. That kind of love a mother has, that is is boundless, that is so deeply entrenched within us. We need to learn how to love ourselves with that kind of love. And Sophia is the one who can help us with that. So the last card that comes up is time to reflect. So my friends, I suggest you do a bit of what I've been doing, is getting, and here you go, charms, there's the answer to the question. Reflect, get into your spirit self, call on Sophia to start guiding you, but then you have to get quiet. You've got to be in the receptive mode. She will lead you to things that will stand out for you that, again, could have passed by you before, but because you're willing, open, and ready to receive, you're ready to receive the guidance you've asked for. So be in that constant state of learning, receiving. That is very much that yin energy. That is where light workers have been forced to go right now. I mean, people are not reaching out the way they did because we are all in an introspective place. The CBD business I do, our team is very woo-woo, and there's nothing bad that happened with our business. It is that we've all gone internal doing some major work here so we can show up in the world with all that we need to show up with, but which means we're not doing much business-wise in a very concrete way. So know that these are the things that we have to do, that we want to do, because we do want to show up in our power. We do want to be the effectors of the change in the world, and know that perfection is never possible, and yet it is always here. We are always perfect at the moment for what we are learning, doing, and seeing. And so it is that twofold thing. We are never perfect in our physical world. We're never going to be doing things perfectly, but we are always perfect for what we need to learn and pass on in the world. So a beautiful reading for this Wednesday morning. Thank you for joining me. I hope this has given you some guidance to move forward in your introspection and growth and unfolding as you walk in this world. If you've asked me questions in the last few days and I haven't answered, it is because I've been in a place of not being able to serve much of anyone but myself in this understanding, this growth, this openness to Sophia and the things that I've needed to do. So at times I cannot serve because I'm in the middle of being served. So it is not personal. Don't go there with it. Just know that we all have times of introspection and growth. And if people are not responding to you when you've asked them something, it is nothing to do with you. It is to do with them. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.